Hey guys, Mark here. So we are at a Cleveland wedding. Starting off the education channel, I want to do a couple walkthroughs of wedding days. So just go over everything that I do. I have Andrew behind the camera. He's going to be following me around today, just detailing how I shoot weddings. And I have kind of developed a method so I can do things as efficiently as possible. So even walking in, so we just got here, walking into, the venue space, I only need to make one trip. I have everything that I need right here, so I don't have to go back to the car. I've got my Ronin right here. I've got 2 tripods, the 3 lapel mics, over 20 batteries. I've got my light here for the reception to set up. So the first thing that I do when I get to a wedding, typically I will fly the drone. So I'll show up a little bit early. I will fly the drone, get establishing shots. There is an air show today in Cleveland, which of course we picked the day for the air show. Luckily I can, I have a ton of footage of downtown Cleveland because I shoot here frequently, or I can come back later and fly the drone. But the first thing that I want to do is go in and introduce myself to the bride, introduce myself to the groom, especially if they're getting ready at the same location. But hey, I'm Mark from Flower and Oak. Nice to meet you. Get an idea of where we're at with the hair and makeup, how much we have left. And also if they have any letters or gifts, anything like that, just get an idea of the timeline of the day. Let them know I'll be floating around shooting, and then I will come back out here and get some establishing shots. All right, so we are headed to the 3rd floor to say hello to the girls. Typically I'll start off with, hi, Mark from Flower and Oak, introduce myself. And then one of my icebreaker questions is I'll typically ask, how did you sleep last night? It's always a good one because everyone is nervous before their wedding day.
How are you doing?
Good. So with hair and makeup, do we have most of the girls done? Or?
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
I just have to do sister's makeup after her.
Perfect.
And then we're going to finish up some flower girls and then we're good.
Awesome. Okay, great. And just a quick reminder, do you guys have any letters or gifts this morning?
I do. I have some things to show you.
We try to talk.
You gotta get back to somewhere else.
I don't think they're coming, right?
So we just got to the girls and we introduced ourselves. Now we're going to get a bunch of B-roll. So Andrew's going to be shooting me getting this B-roll. You will see those shots overlaid on the screen. And let's go.
I try not to do a ton, but then I have a lashes. Right.
So you notice every shot that I get is, I line it up, I hit record, I do a smooth pull away, and then I stop recording. You won't see a bunch of random just this and then that and that. Everything is deliberate, everything is usable, and there's just not a bunch of extra nonsense with the shots. It's like, line it up, hit record, nice easy pull away, stop recording.
So I researched it.
One of the common mistakes I see with videographers is they don't get establishing shots. So you want to get wide, sweeping establishing shots of everything going on during the day.
They're so important about how important eyebrows are.
The building really isn't that photogenic. There's not a lot to get, but you still want to know what the outside of the building looks like, right? So, it's at the Doubletree Hotel. There's the Doubletree sign. There's the cars coming by. Maybe I can get some sunlight through the trees, cars pulling up. I know there's some flags over there. There's like an American flag with the Doubletree flag. And you're just gonna get, you want to grab anything and everything that you can. It's always safe to overshoot. So to give you an example of kind of how I shoot. So if you want to come over here and say you take that Doubletree sign, right? So the sign up there says Doubletree. I am going to set up my shot. This is all before I even hit record. I'm going to set up my shot. I'm going to click focus on the Doubletree. I'm going to hit record. I'm going to do a slow pull away, just like this. And then I'm going to stop recording. So I don't stay recording. I don't record and grab this shot and then go grab this shot and then go over here. I do one shot at a time, making it super easy for the editor to just clip it. Just clip it, put it with the pile, clip it, put it with the pile, clip it, it saves a lot of that. There's some flowers over here I see. You can zoom in on those. set up the shot, hit record, and slow pull away. Boom. Grab some cars coming by. So you'll notice that it's all those pull-aways and I'm backing up nice and slow. So you want to watch the third axis. You don't want bouncy footage. You don't want it to be like this, because then it's complete trash. You can throw a warp stabilizer on it. You can try to slow it down. It'll never look good. It'll look bouncy. So everything needs to be fluid and slow. Line up your shot, hit record, fluid and slow, stop recording.
Something was creaky.
You know, there's a hook there if you wanted to put it on a hook. Under the hanger there, behind that hanger on the left side.
All right, so dress just got hung up. So as you're gonna see with our previous shots, we're gonna line it up and do a slow pull away. And we'll probably do that from a few different angles, close, wide, etc. Another shot you could get here too that I really like, it's a little more playful, is you can have the bride actually go up to the dress and kind of touch the dress, look up at it, admire it, things like that. So that's a shot that lends itself really well to video. All right, so Tom is setting up the details. So he's doing a flat lay, putting all the details. I'll typically wait until there's a master setup. It's basically when there's everything there, right? So there's like the invitation, the rings, any of the accessories, and I actually don't shoot it on a Ronin. So like if you try to shoot this with a Ronin, because you're so close, you'll have all those micro shakes, all those wobbles. It just doesn't work. I mean, can you slow down that footage a ton and like try to find something out of it? Yeah, but I've noticed when I'm editing, if it's shot on a Ronin and it's got all those little micro shakes, it takes forever to find a usable shot or one that looks really good. So I actually run it on tripods. So when it comes to my Ronin, everything's on quick release plates. So I could just slide this off, put it on a tripod. I'll put the tripod over the setup. I'll aim it down, and then I will just shoot it. I'll typically shoot it static, or maybe I'll do a little pan, and then in Premiere or DaVinci, whatever you're editing in, you can do like a slow zoom in. Bottom line, shooting things up close with a Ronin, like really up close, it's always shaky. You need a little bit of a distance to get those smooth movements. So I'll overlay that shot right now so you can see what that looks like. So here is the benefit of having the quick release plate. When it's on the tripod, you can just slide it off. You can slide it right onto the Ronin, turn it on, and you are good. That way you can hop back and forth. If there's a formality, like you can shoot entrances and then you could pop it off, put it right onto the tripod and go into dances, go into speeches. You don't have to sit there and change plates. I used to change plates, but it just takes up way too much time. Just like earlier today when I was walking in here with, just a bag and I had everything right there, like no trips back to the car, don't have to change the plate. It's little things like this that make you super efficient with shooting. So we're heading up to the guys right now, and whenever I go up there, a lot of times, if you have bridesmaids and grooms getting ready in a hotel, I don't want to have to come back down. So like, I'm going to make sure I bring with me a tripod, a lapel mic. I'm going to bring my Ronin just in case he reads the letter or I need a new battery for my camera. I don't want to have to run downstairs and be like, I need another battery. When I go up to that room, I intend on shooting his full prep. So I want to make sure I am prepared and I don't have to scramble for any gear. Hey, Adam.
How you doing?
Good, nice to meet you. I'm Mark, the
Good to see
videographer.
you. Awesome,
This is
awesome.
Andrew.
Good to meet you, man.
Hi,
Hey,
thank
how
you so
you
much.
doing?
These are my parents.
Nice to meet you, Mark.
Yeah.
So same thing here with the guys' details. He's setting up the guys' details right now. I'm going to wait until we have that master setup. Luckily, I brought my tripod up here so I can do the same thing I did with the girls. Just put the tripod overhead and get some static shots and get some slow panning shots. Frame it up, hit record, and leave it there. And then in post, I'll do a nice little slow zoom in. So you'll notice with his prep, I'm shooting at eye level. I'm not going to be like this, shooting from down here. I am not going to be cutting off his head. I want to have his head in frame. You want to shoot eye level, clear, nice slow pull-aways, nice sliding shots. Just,
freeze a couple times.
you want it very easy to understand. Just like that, shift, turn a little bit more.
And this is like stressing me out. No. Watch
I know.
I'm gonna need to retie this.
It's okay. No worries. I understand.
I'm just trying to do what you tell me.
Thank you.
Dude, I'm trying to do what I'm
Finally, some smart, amazing woman you're gonna marry.
Later, legs still together more.
Just like that. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
They both have one.
Okay. I'm gonna let them do you reading that. I'm gonna go down and see where Danielle's at. I won't let anything too important happen without them coming back to video it though.
Did you write her a letter too?
I did.
Perfect. So you're gonna open it up kind of like we're not here, and you're just gonna read it out loud.
All right, you just tell me when to start.
You are good.
Okay. Dear Adam, can you believe it's our wedding day? We've been on this journey together for almost 10 years, and yet today marks a monumental day for us. The one where we make it official in front of our family and friends. How special to celebrate our love, everything we've been through together, and everything we have ahead of us, and to share it with so many of our favorite people. I feel beyond lucky to have found you. Who would have guessed that this Ohio girl...
Want Adam in here. She said that.
Oh yeah, of course. She's gonna put the dress on. Well, when she's comfortable with us coming back in, I think I'll have Mom do.
That's the spot.
That's the spot. No, sorry. There you go. Perfect. Yep. Excellent. Nice little mama. Great.
Concentrating too hard. There we go.
Once it's on, I'll have you both kind of get closer and look to me. Just kind of a relaxed shot. Just really relaxed. Get real close to each other.
Can you adjust the watch one more time? Just adjust it just like that.
Oh,
Face the
that's
watch towards
perfect.
my-
Okay. I have fashion tape and
Awesome. Oh, you guys are awesome. You guys are gonna hold hands right after she gets the
Hold on. I want this to like sit.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
There? Oh wait, can I?
Let me ask.
Yeah.
They're just taking pictures right now. Hold on.
Challenges and journeys you guys have been on together.
Experience,
Awesome.
Lots of them. Yeah. We've been waiting for this day for a really long time. Also, I tried it on my other hand and it didn't fit. Oh, apparently my left wrist is large. Sorry, there's a lot of fabric.
Oh, that's good.
I really like, I don't like to inconvenience people.
This is your day. We need to talk to you.
I know,
Your
but
day.
I
We're
just
always here for you. We actually all just been working for you. Anything you need.
you're all the best.
Anything you need.
And I am all set.
Okay, just open it, start opening
Yeah,
it.
just open it and just read it out loud, but kind of like nobody's here.
Dearest Danielle, can you believe it? The big day is here. I cannot wait to celebrate, enjoy, and be your husband. You did such an amazing job making the day special for us, and I cannot thank you enough for what I know was a difficult undertaking. Funny thing is, all the details, big and small, just kind of fade into the background. I am completely taken by the fact that I get to spend the rest of my life with you. It is so unreal.
So the dad is coming down here in a minute to do the first look. I am going to lapel mic him up, and I'm going to put them somewhere nice and photogenic. I'm going to kill the music, that way I can hear anything he says in the lapel mic. We don't have a lot of background noise, and we want to make sure that both of them are framed up good. They've got decent head space. We don't want to cut off anyone's head. We want to prioritize Dad's reaction. It's very important to prioritize his reaction, because that's kind of the whole point of them doing the first look. So we want to shoot it at an angle where we don't have to readjust too much, and we can see them both clear, but mainly him.
I'm not familiar with this process. Am I supposed to be talking or?
No, you're just gonna do a first look with
Okay.
your daughter, and sometimes fathers say something like, "Oh, you're so beautiful," and that way we have perfect audio.
Oh,
So we're gonna do the first look with Dad, and he's gonna walk up here with his eyes covered, and then drop his eyes, and we're gonna try to make sure we have both of them in frame, good headroom. Dad's reaction is priority.
All right, are you ready to see the most beautiful bride in the whole wide world?
Yes.
Okay. Go on.
Oh my gosh! You are so beautiful.
Get in there, get close, Dad. You
I
see that
can't
gorgeous daughter.
believe
Why
how
are you being
you.
so weird? Look her up and down.
He's not an emotional kind of
That's all right. You two can get really close and kind of just do a relaxed little shot with me. Dad, I'm gonna get real close. Put your left arm around her. Just a really relaxed shot with me. Right to me, guys. A little closer together, guys. Yep. And feel that
I'm
kind
in
of
your way.
team. And then Danielle, if you can kind of about a half-inch closer to me. Yeah, perfect. Right into that way. Absolutely, absolutely.
That one, yeah.
So she's gonna come down for the first look. I'm gonna film from right here. So she's gonna come and tap on his right shoulder. He's gonna turn to the right. It's very important that you specify which way they're gonna turn, because if they turn the wrong way, then you miss a fraction of that reaction, which is very important. All right, Adam, I'm gonna help Mike you up, and okay. You guys are doing great.
They told me this before your makeup, so it's okay.
From there back to me. Slight tilt this way. Good. Awesome. From there, looking right down at your flowers. From there, looking just to in the middle of those guys. Hit your body. Keep going.
We did her prep, we did his prep, her letter, his letter. We did first look with dad, first look with the couple. We got all of the prep stuff done, got some establishing shots outside. We are now heading to the museum, the art museum, and we're gonna get, bridal party, them two, bunch of portrait sessions and all that. So if they have multiple locations, if they have multiple photo shoot locations, it's super important to ask the photographer, hey, verifying those locations, exactly where they're gonna park, where they're gonna show up, because there's been so many times where there's been 3 photo shoot locations and they decide they're gonna go to the last one before the first one, and then I'm lost, I miss a bunch of shots. I mean, it really sucks, it's really stressful. So you wanna make sure that, you know exactly where they're going, where they're parking, you have their phone number, you let them know, hey, put your phone on, and just make sure you know where they're headed, right? Because there's been so many times where you think they're going here and they actually go there. So communication is key, especially when you leave in the morning to go to these shoots. So we just got to the photo shoot locations. Most important thing is, you obviously got my gimbal and my camera. I can leave some of the rest of the gear in the car, but extra batteries. Always have extra batteries, put them in your pocket, be ready. That way you're not, battery dies early or something, you're not stuck sprinting back to the car, missing shots. Also, you wanna make sure at photo shoot locations, you are getting the atmosphere, right? So the trees, the cars coming by, the sun coming through the trees, the buildings, the signage, you're getting wide shots, close shots of details, just really transporting them back to that day. The A-roll of them holding hands and walking together and all the photo shoot stuff is beautiful, but we need that B-roll, right? We need to feel what it feels like to be here today. You want to slowly look up at me and smile, and go ahead. Awesome.
Fantastic. Go ahead and look down to those flowers now.
Yes.
Go up and look to the fountain area. Little till. Go ahead and look back over that.
Me? Come on.
So they have their...
Danielle looks right to me. You kind of hold that. I think even more funny. All right, right back to me again.
Okay, notice how I'm always shooting direct on with their eyes. Like, I'm not trying to shoot from the side. When you shoot from the side, it looks weird. It doesn't look symmetrical. You're capturing sides of faces. You want to shoot head on. I'm always trying to either be right next to the photographer or over top him, below him. Like, I want to shoot head on. I see a lot of videographers that are off to the side, and it looks like they aren't even a part of the wedding. It looks like they're not even filming the wedding. It looks like they're trying to sneak around and film it from the sides. Everything direct on, eye level with your subject, and direct on with your subject as much as you possibly can. Now you're just talking to each other, looking at each other.
Such a fun day. Happy wedding.
I'm so happy that your kids met.
Oh,
and that
they
they're best
are
friends.
the best friends forever, I think.
Oh, that's a really nice shot.
Yeah, exactly. So walk hand in hand. Exactly what I was going to do. Have them hold hands, look at each other, walk slow, get that nice Ronin. Nice, pull back. Watch for that third axis. We want it nice and smooth all the way through. We'll go bring you out into the middle a little more here. So you're going to hold hands. You are going to walk slowly towards me, look at each other, and go ahead. Yep, just like that. Yep.
Go forehead to forehead. If I can have you guys look right down to me. Kind of dial in. I want to preserve the sky a little bit here. I want him a little closer to you. A little bit closer. Forehead for a second, and then you'll hold a kiss when I say kiss. Go ahead and kiss, guys.
So the same thing, you guys hold hands, look at each other, walk slowly towards me. I want to get one wide here, which is what I'm getting now. Then I want to zoom in and get it close. On 3, you're going to stop and kiss. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect.
Hold that. That's amazing. I'm okay if the wind blows for this too. We're going to go with it. That actually feels really good. There, guys, stop. Face each other.
Going for a kiss.
If I can have both of
We are centered around action shots. So them walking together, them kissing, them looking at each other. Even if they're just standing next to each other, have them look at each other, have them laugh or fake laugh, whatever. A twirl, a dip. Anything you can get to, get that movement, right? When you're taking video of photographs, it can look really awkward. So focus in on movement, take the couple aside, demand time out of the photographer, get some movement shots. So we just got to the ceremony. The ceremony site is right behind me. I'm gonna show you the exact shots I get on the screen.
But they all these lines are very, very beautiful. It was back.
Get those same types of shots. If you notice with my shots, everything is just that smooth pull away, or it's that smooth slide. I don't do this. I don't tilt down and tilt up like that. I don't rack focus. I don't do any, I just put the subject in focus or the item in focus. I hit record, I get the shot, I stop recording. For the ceremony, I'm going to lapel mic the groom, lapel mic the officiant, and I'm going to ask if they're giving any type of readings. So if there's a reading station, could be a microphone, could be a podium at a Catholic ceremony, I'm going to make sure that I lapel mic up that reading station. For the ceremony, I have 2 cameras, both A7S3s. This is a 24-70, this is a 70-200. I am going to be up front next to the photographer with the 24 to 70. I'm going to shoot everybody coming down the aisle, and then I'm going to turn and shoot the groom's reaction to the bride, and then I am going to go center aisle with both of these cameras next to each other. So they're both going to be just like this, and you'll be able to see footage of this too, but they're going to be right next to each other, and one is going to be close, one is going to be wide. So is it nice to have a camera on each side and be able to see the groom's face and the bride's face, you know, like direct on? It is nice, but as one videographer, you know, you're going to have a camera over there, and you're going to have to balance between the two. It's way easier just to have two angles that you know will always be perfect. They're monitorable. They're right next to each other, and you can have a close and a wide throughout the entire time. You don't have to move. You don't have to be a distraction, a disruption from running left and right. You can just be right in the center aisle, and then when they kiss and come down the aisle, move this one off to the side and, you know, shoot them coming down. All right, so for putting the lapel mic on the officiant, she doesn't have any pockets. So originally she didn't want to wear it, but luckily I have a clip on the back. Here's how I did it. Come check it out. Right there, clipped on the back, right around front. Hey, I want perfect audio. Like, find a way to get it on whoever's doing the speaking. All right, so we're about to start the ceremony. I am going to be up front here, and I'm going to be filming everybody coming down the aisle. I'm going to turn and get the groom's reaction, and then I'm going to go back center aisle with both my cameras right next to each other. One close, one wide, and I'll be that way for the duration of the ceremony.
As soon as Adam breaks the glass, they're going to have their first real married kiss. We're all going to shout Mazel Tov, clap our hands, and when they recess from the chuppah, you have these cute little streamers. So use that and wave that at them, and we are ready for the breaking of the glass. Are you?
Ready.
All right. Oh, that's a big shoe. You can do it. Yeah. Mazel Tov!
Hey guys, just wanted to hop in here. I hope you're enjoying this. I have never shot and taught at the same time. It turns out it is not easy. You know, every time I was thinking of something, I was turning to Andrew and just like, hey, you know, record this. But one thing I wanted to clarify was when it comes to them reading letters, first looks, ceremony, entrances, toasts, cake cut, dances, anything like that is considered a formality, and I shoot it in full. So 2 cameras in full for all of the major events. And it follows a very similar pattern to the ceremony. You know, I have very simple setup. I have 2 cameras right next to each other. One has got the 24 to 70, one has got the 70 to 200, and I have one wide, one close. You'll see that for dances. So I'll show you some shots of dances right now where you can see one wide, one close. Here is a shot of toasts. You can see right here, one wide, one close. So by having those cameras right next to each other, you can monitor them, right? So if you have a camera on the other side of the room and it goes out of focus, the lighting changes, the battery dies, for some reason your SD card is full, whatever the case, you can't monitor that, right? If something happens with that, you are now stuck with that one camera angle. So I always prefer, with unrepeatable events, we can't come back and reshoot the wedding on Monday. So it's much better to shoot safe and make sure you have those shots than to try to risk it to get a more dynamic shot. So for family photos, the most important thing about family photos is the grandparents, the older relatives, people that might leave the reception early. We don't have to get all of the family photos. I mean, it's pretty boring, photographer shooting it. But what I'm really aimed after is I will stick around until I make sure I have grandma, grandpa. Some of these older relatives, they show up for 2 hours and then head out. So it's very important that you get them during the family photos, because some of the only times that you're going to be able to capture them. Make it a little bit of cocktail hour, but most likely they're sitting down, they're chilling somewhere. So very big on getting those family members, those older family members, during the family photos. So cocktail hour is right through those doors there. It is so dark, it's like unshootable. And that's where having a light comes in. It's rare. I've never had a cocktail hour that was this dark, but luckily we have a light. So here. Much better. Much better. Now with cocktail hour, I'm typically on the Ronin, and I'm just going around. I'm trying to get faces, interactions. I'm trying to get the reception set up empty. I'm trying to get them pouring drinks. Just people interacting. A lot of times I'll go around and count faces. So like 2 people are talking and laughing. That's 1. Here's another 2 people drinking, talking and laughing. That's 2. And I'll try to get 30, 40 people in there so that in the edit, you see a mix of everybody. All right, so when it comes to audio, today we have a band. So I went up to the band and I asked them, hey, what would be the best spot to plug in to make sure I get good audio for the toast? And they brought me over here. So it is your typical female XLR to auxiliary. So female XLR to auxiliary, and it's into their board. You can either go into their board or you can go into the back of the speaker. 80 to 90% of receptions is probably just going to be the back of the speaker. And then we have this little recorder that goes in this sleeve, and this is going to go on the physical microphone. This is like the most important thing you could do for a reception, is put this little sleeve on. Now, if something were to fail in that board, like say there's a noise gate, or it's peaking like crazy, or you forget to hit record, or there's no input, or whatever the case, you have perfect audio right here on the physical microphone. So this is like, wedding films are so narrative driven. It is like the most important thing, one of the most important things is clear audio. It creates the story arc, it keeps the attention, gotta have redundancy when it comes to the audio. So I will slide this on a few minutes before toast and we will be all set. So I am looking at the schedule. Always double check your schedule, double check it with the itinerary, double check it with the DJ, double check it with the photographer, just make sure you know what's going on. That way you can be positioned properly. So I have 7 o'clock as their entrances, and then blessing, and then cake cut, and then dinner. And it's not until they don't have toast until, an hour from now, and I've already set the light up for toast. So it's like, I assume toast were in the beginning, they're not. We've got some serious time. So just making sure I'm checking that itinerary and I'm being diligent about where to be set up at the right times. So I'm gonna get B-roll for the reception. So all of the candles are lit, everything is looking good. It is gonna be those same methods. So those slow pull-aways, I'm gonna do some wides, I'm gonna do some closes on some details, some flowers, some candles. And yeah, so let's kick that off. So first things first, I'll wait until, oh, you're good. 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 Chandelier.
What details are you looking for specifically when filming the reception?
I am looking for just the way the tables are set up. I'm looking for the flowers. I'm looking at the chandelier. I'm looking at the art on the walls. I'm looking for the cake. I'm looking for a memorial table. I'm looking for just anything relevant at all. Clear, concise shot. That same wide shot I got over there, I'm gonna get that in the corner here too. So I'll go over here. I like to grab it from each corner. So I'll go over here and I will get that same shot right here. And actually, I can put these flowers in the foreground. I can get like a nice, perfect, just like that.
Join me in giving a very, very warm welcome to the new Dr. and Mrs. Weber.
There's a mic stand, so I put the mic stand next to the bride and groom. I'm gonna light them up, and then I am gonna have two cameras right next to each other, like always. 24 to 70, 70 to 200. 24 to 70 will show the bride, groom, and the speaker. 70 to 200 will show just the speaker at a 2.8.
So glad to join the Weber and the Sills families together. Second order of business, another huge thank you to everyone that's here tonight, some of whom traveled a very far distance to get here. We have folks from all over the country, and I'm not going to include all the states, but they include California, Nevada, Texas, Virginia, DC, Wisconsin.
Easy bake oven. The good news is I cannot forget all of the times together laughing, eating dessert, playing N64.
So Andrew had to leave right after this point here, but hopefully that gives you an idea of how I do the formalities. So I shoot, everything in full. So I'm going to shoot those entrances in full, and then when it comes to dances, two cameras next to each other, one close, one wide. Toast, two cameras next to each other, one close, one wide. This continues for parent dancing, cake cut, all of those formalities. After that, we will go into the open dancing, and this is the only time of the day I go handheld. So I actually really like the way handheld looks on open dancing because it has a lot of that natural movement. That camera shake is kind of nice for open dancing. It makes it a little bit more playful and a little bit more fun. So you'll see a ton of dancing footage handheld. You'll see some, I'll go on the Ronin here and there too. I'll get some Ronin shots, some sweeping shots of the dance floor. So I hope this video was helpful. This outlines pretty much everything that I do at every wedding. So things might be a little bit different depending on the day and the timeline, but as far as my shooting practices, this is very much identical to every wedding that I shoot. But I hope you enjoyed this film and hope to talk to you soon.